Somebody once told me that I was not a nice person. When I reached home, I made a big mistake. Of all people, I asked my wife if I was nice. She asked me back, before or after marriage? I decided I must do something about being nice. I bought the book, How to Be Nice. I read every single page until I reached the end of the book where the author finally said, actually, it is not possible for you to be nice. You can never be nice. You can only pretend to be nice. To learn that, please buy my other book. So I had to buy and read The Art of Pretending to Be Nice in 10 days. And I completed the book in 20 days. I then started to master the art of pretending to be nice. Let me ask you, how many of you pretend to be nice all the time? None of you. Actually, when you did not raise your hands, you pretended you were nice people. Pretending to be nice has many benefits. It can save you money. I went to buy a watch. The shopkeeper was in his 40s. The watch, he told me, will cost 100 ringgit. After bargaining for 20 minutes, he finally reduced the price to 99.90. I didn't know what to do because my budget was 80 ringgit. Suddenly, his wife came out. She too was in her 40s. I pretended to be nice and asked the shopkeeper, is this your daughter? The wife was so happy that she took over the sales and told me, today's special offer for you, 17. The other benefits is whenever you are conversing with your wife, it becomes very handy to be able to pretend to be nice. You can be smart with everyone except your wife. Unless you are as good as Harry. Harry was Albert Einstein's chauffeur who looked just like him. One day, when he was about to drive Albert Einstein to his next lecture, he said, why not? Today, I deliver your lecture. I've heard you giving lectures for more than 20 times and I can say word by word whatever you say. Einstein thought it was a good idea since I too need a break. Okay, you go and deliver the lecture. I will wear your cap and sit at the back of the hall. The chauffeur delivered the lecture perfectly. Then suddenly a professor stood up and asked a very complicated question. The chauffeur had no idea about it. So he replied, sir, your question is so simple that I'm going to ask my chauffeur at the back to answer. If you are that good as Harry, then you will not get trapped when you have conversations with your wife. Other than that, you need to pretend to be good. Before you got married, your wife would have asked you, will you always be honest with me? You would have definitely said yes, otherwise you wouldn't have married. The problem arises sometime after your marriage, when one day your wife will ask you, do you think I've put on weight? If you say yes, which is the truth, you will first need to check whether your insurance policy has domestic violence coverage. But you have to pretend to be nice. So you will naturally say, no, you have not put on weight a bit. In fact, you look even slimmer than earlier. After that, you can quickly rush to the toilet and laugh. You make the joke, you have every right to laugh. Now that you know the benefits of pretending to be nice, start using it every day, every situation. When your boss were to come to you and propose to you an idea which you know for sure will never work, tell your boss, boss, I think it's a fantastic idea. Why didn't I ever think of it? When your mother mother-in-law comes and asks you, how are things between you and your wife? Tell her, your daughter is great, just like you. During this contest, to pretend to be nice, if a contestant were to ask you after this, how was my speech? Tell the contestant, your speech was so good, I think you should have won. After that, if another contestant were to ask you, repeat the same thing, you should have won. After the results are announced and the contest and the winner comes to you and still asks you, how was my speech? You will feel like saying, you have already won. But you have to pretend to be nice and tell the person, oh, you were so good that even before you started speaking, I knew you had won. The contest chair will ask you, did you enjoy the speeches? You must quickly say yes. If not, she will have to keep repeating and you finally have to say yes. Let us practice that for a while now. I'm going to pretend I'm the contest chair. I'm going to ask you. And before even I complete the question, quickly say yes. Did you enjoy? Fantastic. Now, give us a good applause. Of you who did not say yes, you managed to pretend that you don't know how to pretend. So remember, always pretend to be nice. Many benefits. It can save you and you can come out of traps always. As I'm going to end, I would like to ask you to please pretend to be nice to me and clap loudly.